Hello, today we're going to be making some cream-filled and some custard-filled donuts. Okay, what I've got here is 1 1/4 cup of milk, and I've heated it up to about 110 degrees. We don't want to get it too hot. I've got a 1/2 cup of sugar, so I'm going to go ahead and add this to my milk. We're going to stir it up till the sugar melts. And what I've got in this bowl is 3 teaspoons of yeast, and I'm using this brand of yeast here, this instant yeast. Okay, so what we're going to go ahead and do, it's all the way so you can see, is I'm going to go ahead and add the milk and sugar mixture to the yeast, give it a little stir, and we're going to let it ripen for 10 minutes. Pour that in there. Stir it up, and when it ripens up, we'll be back. In this bowl here, I've got 4 cups of all-purpose flour, and I've got a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And we're just going to go ahead and whisk this all together here, combining the salt into the flour. Okay, we're just going to set that aside. Okay, in this bowl, I've got a stick of melted butter, and I've let it cool because we're going to go ahead and add our eggs into our butter. I've got 2 beaten eggs, by the way. I didn't state that. That was 2 beaten eggs at room temperature. Okay, I've got my mixer here, and I've got my dough hooks on here, and we're going to go ahead and put that on there, and we're going to go ahead and add our yeast mixture right into our egg mixture. And okay, we're going to make sure that it gets thoroughly combined for a couple of minutes. Okay, we're going to go ahead and add our flour mixture while the mixer is going. I'm going to do it at 1/4 of a cup increments. Okay, we've got all the flour into our dough, and I'm going to go ahead and spray this bowl here with some butter flavored pan coat, or you can use butter. Go ahead and put the dough in the pan here. Okay, I placed the dough into our grease bowl, and then I flipped it over so it can be greased on both sides. Then we covered it with saran wrap or plastic wrap, and I'm going to pop it in the refrigerator. I'm going to keep it in there for 24 hours, and then we'll come back. Hello, we're back here today. We're going to go ahead and roll our donuts out this morning, and we're going to roll it out to about 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick, and then we're going to cut them, and we're going to place them over here. I've got a cookie sheet lined with wax paper, and I've got it floured. We're going to go ahead and put our donuts on that when we get them cut. So I guess now we're just going to have to start rolling here. Okay, we got our dough rolled out, and I'm going to go ahead. I've got a cookie cutter here, and I'm going to go ahead and cut. Oops. Roll down here. Go ahead and just place them on your flour. You need to flour it too, because they're going to stick if you don't. Okay, and we've got 24 donuts here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it with a towel, and we're going to let it rise. It's going to take about an hour to rise before we fry them. Okay, our donuts have all risen, so we're going to go ahead and take this off. You know, and I've got our oil here, and we've got to get it to 375, and you don't want it to get over 375. And when you drop your donuts in, do 1 to 2 at a time, because you don't want to overcrowd, and they're going to cook really fast. Okay, lifting these off, you've got to be really gentle with them, and we don't want to poke them. Maybe I need my finger here to help. Okay. And we're just going to go ahead and drop it down. Now, like I said, they cook really quickly, and I've got my spider here ready. I'm just going to kind of lower that in. I'm just going to cook one for a demonstration, then we'll cook them all in. Get back over. Get over. There we go. It doesn't take long here. Now over here I've got a lot of paper towels here, and we're going to try to get as much oil as we can, because they will absorb the oil. Let it drip a little bit. Okay, put in between this layer of paper towel and kind of pat it a little bit. Count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And lift it over here. Like I said, we're trying to get as much as we can off. And that's about it. We're going to have to let them cool before we can fill them. Okay, the custard that I made, I used a box pudding. I used coconut cream. I've made so many homemade custard on here that it's like being redundant. So I didn't show you how to do that. But you can use your pudding, or you can make your own. Now I've got the hole in here, so I used a butter knife, and I'm just going to put it in the side. And then you're going to turn this way, and turn a little bit this way, and keep going, and turning a little bit, and you'll hit the back side, and then you've got your hole. Now, I don't have no fancy dancy pastry bag or anything. I've got this little cheap old thing, but it gets the job done. So, I'm going to go ahead and poke that in, get up here, and I'm going to put some pressure and fill it up. There we go. Got it filled up. And that's all you have to do. And I know this is not enough custard to fill all these donuts, but I also got some of this Cool Whip. It's whipped icing, and I'm going to be using that also to fill it up. And then we'll come back and make our chocolate glaze for the donuts. Okay, we've got them all stuffed, and I've got 14 with the pudding, and we've got 10 with this Cool Whip frosting, which it tastes really good. This Cool Whip does. Okay, I just wanted y'all to see this. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and start our glaze. What I've got here is 2 cups of powdered sugar, and I've got 1/4 of a cup of cocoa powder. And I'm just going to stir that all together to get it all combined in there. That cocoa powder. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, what I've got in this pot, I've got 1 stick of melted butter, and I'm going to go ahead and add 1/4 of a cup of milk, and we're going to go and put this on low heat. I'm going to get this warm. And to that, I'm going to go ahead and add 1 tablespoon of corn, 1 tablespoon of corn syrup, white corn syrup. Hope you can edit that out, I don't know. I got stuck here. Okay, and we're just going to get this warm. And then when we get it warm, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add the cocoa and the powdered sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract goes into that also. Okay, we've got our sugar and cocoa powder combined in there, and now I'm going to go ahead and add the vanilla to this. And then we're going to stick it in a bowl, and we're going to dip our donuts. And I'll be back. Oh, we got it in a bowl, or glaze in a bowl. And I'm going to go ahead and dip one of these. Here, this is a pudding one. Give it a little turn here. Oh, let that look nice. There we go. Okay, I think this one's a whipped cream one, or the whipped frosting one. Yeah, a little turn. There we go. Put it on there. Okay, one more time, and then I'll go ahead and do them all, and we'll come back and give it a little taste. That's going to be the good part. Yeah, this can get a little messy. There we go. All our donuts have been dipped, and I'm not unhappy with how they look. I think they look very nice. And now here's the best part. We've got to try them and see if they taste as good as they look. So here we go. Yes, they do. I got chocolate all in my mouth. Sorry folks, I am so messy. These are incredibly delicious. And I just want to tell you that I hope everyone has a happy and joyful Easter. And I want you to enjoy this recipe, and thank you, and come back again.